think we're live. So, hello everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. What? Why are you starting an advert, you stupid fucking thing? Anyway. Hello. Yes, we're here. Thank you for being so patient, you crazy people who waited. It has been an annoying few days. Mrs. Sick has had an IAH flare-up. She is not doing great.
I am ready for the casket.
Yeah. Basically, for those of you who don't know, what does it actually mean?
Idiopathic intracranial hypertension.
Yeah, basically, her back and her head's fucked. For no reason. It's fun. And it makes her practically a cripple.
Sound is low.
Sound is low? Okay. I think I can stick a bit of gain.
Just kiss the mic, that'd work.
That means moving forward and possibly running your feet over. This stupid little carpet thing. And due to that, we are in the studio, aka the bedroom with the desks at the end, instead of the living room as normal. But more importantly, the second irritation is that I have uploaded a video. It got perma-demonetized by YouTube, but I'm 95% sure I know exactly why. So I've resubmitted it, removing the offending content and anything that could be even remotely construed as nah. So that's waiting on getting fucking demonetized again. So I'm a bit irritated about that, because it's actually quite a nice little video and I think it's pretty funny. I should. But yeah. But the one that you have all been waiting for.
Ow.
Oh, did my phone just smack you in the foot?
No.
What happened?
This frigging
that moved.
support thing. Crap.
I thought it was my fault.
No.
I was on telly. And I've just realised I didn't start the most important part of the stream. I'm very upset with myself. Now, where's the fucking button for that? That one. And there we go. Is it up?
Why? What you
there we go. Stupid thing. The starfield. It needs to have the starfield up.
Oh, I forgot about being in space. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to be in space. Can't just be a big black void. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I was featured on TV. Weirdest fucking thing of my life, I've got to be honest. There's this news station called Y bloody bloody something 4 in Latin America, and me and Miles Power, if you don't know him, what's wrong with you? He's much better than I am.
Welcome, Salty Gamer, to the Whiskey Club.
The Salty Gamer. The one and only.
The Salty Gamer, sorry.
The one and only. Was you naked with just your helmet on? It was just a tiny little few seconds saying...
It was a name drop.
Yeah, essentially. But completely fucking unexpected. Big deal. I'm related to Ray Winston. Okay. It's a big deal for me, so fight me. It was very fucking strange. And, I pointed out their mistake to them, and they were like, it wasn't a mistake. And I'm like, clearly, you don't know who you're talking to. But yeah, that was a nice little surprise to go with the irritation. But, yeah. So, it's been an up and down week. But, could be worse. So I'm waiting on the other thing. I'm umming and ahhing about giving everyone who's a member / all my $5 patrons access to the video, like now, so they get the full length version. Which literally, like I said, the part that I chopped out was me just going, "Hey, I've been on TV, haha, fucking weird." I think it got hit by that because they talk about MMS and bleach. That's the only thing I can think of. I could be wrong. The rest of it, I don't want to spoil, but it certainly isn't that woman who thinks she can cure homosexuality. It was nothing like that. It's just, yeah.
What baffles me the most is that material FDA is needed to release official statements saying drinking bleach is bad for you. Can't the Americans figure that themselves?
To be fair, the people who promote MMS, they don't call it bleach. And if you ask them if it's bleach, they'll tell you, no, it's not bleach, because it's not this specific bleach. Yeah, no, motherfucker. It's a bleach if it bleaches things.
So it's not Clorox, therefore.
Yeah. Because it's who is famous, whose is used for subject. Like, whose helmet is this? What? Whose cares? God damn it. Hoost. There's some person who is completely obsessed with how I speak. They keep commenting on videos. I can't remember what it is, but they have this weird...
It's how you pronounce...
H's, I think.
H's, I think.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? I don't get why they're so obsessed. It's like, oh, dialects don't exist. That's something that always gets me when someone has a go at me for saying something quote-unquote wrong, especially when they're American. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm English. Everything I say is correct by default, and that's not hyperbole. Lol. Did you see the 30-minute video about India adopting Bitcoin? I hope that's not fucking true, because... Make a joke about MMS. MMS, it's good for you. That's a good joke. I think Sir Six's voice is dubbed by a stand-in. It is. His name is Six Sir, and yeah, we've been getting along fine. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Gavin Pringle.
Yeah, Gavin Pringle is who Sir Six truly is, with Cheryl Pringle, my dear wife.
Oh, God.
And these are not names made up for me by chat because they're insane. Do not insult Americans or we will trump you. We've already been trumped. We've got Boris fucking Johnson as president. He's basically a very English equivalent. Not that I care either way. I just don't. Politics is something that I've just given up on. It's not something... Someone had a go at me. It was like, oh, he says he doesn't like to talk about politics, therefore blah. It's like, but he does sometimes. It's like, no, no, what was it that he... I can't remember what I'd said, but they made it sound like I said I talk about it when I know literally nothing about it, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
It's because you refuse to give your opinion or talk about something, therefore you're wrong.
Therefore, I don't know about it. It's like, I can know about it, but I don't want to talk about it. People are allowed to not talk about it. Politics is a chess game played with Monopoly rules while on ecstasy. Will Boris Johnson make an offer for Greenland 2? I have no idea.
Greenland 2, as in, like,
the revenge.
The revenge, yeah.
Boris Johnson is like him becoming mayor of London was quite Trump-esque in it. Wouldn't it be funny if? And then he didn't like, oh my god. And the man is obsessed with bendy buses. I can't remember if I think he hates them. I think he hates them, but I can't remember. But I've had 4 different people try to sell me MMS for my boy. Yeah, you've told me about that before, and yeah, that shit. It's just, I mean, it's very similar to a lot of, I think a lot of MMS stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are like sort of, trying to think of the words. My brain says subterranean, and that's not like underground really. Sort of, what are those groups called? It's a pyramid scheme, but that's not what they... Multi-level marketing, which MLM MMS has a certain ring to it, or the MMS MLM. It wouldn't surprise me if some of the groups were a little bit like that when it came to that shit. Because that seems to be how people try to sell it to you, just as the same sort of bullshit. Fucking yeah.
But then, like, the thing that's nastiest that I like, they're obviously either incredibly ignorant or
I think
absolute,
most people.
like, that's the thing. You get people who are compassionately ignorant.
Yeah.
Or you get people who are just nasty, vindictive, don't give a shit assholes.
There are people who are just out for themselves, and they'll be likely to just sell whatever as long as it makes a profit. They don't give a fuck. But I think most people, I like to think that most people wouldn't willingly, knowingly sell a product that will hurt people. But
Like, I was trying to explain MMS to someone, and the only thing I could really come up with is, like, they offer it to parents who have autistic kids, and when their autistic kids start shitting their own intestines, they say, oh, that's not their intestines, that's a parasite that lives inside them that's causing the autism, and it's leaving now because MMS is working. And I was like, how nasty is that? And you carry on giving it to your kid thinking they got a parasite, and you're just damaging them even further.
yeah, it's a bit gross. I mean, often these sort of what do you want to call them? Pseudoscientific mumbo jumbo, almost sort of anti-medicine is sold to the desperate and the stupid. And like when it gets to the stupid, I don't care that much. I don't want to see people getting hurt just because they're dumb. But I also don't care that much. But it's the desperate that are preyed on the worst, and that's what really fucking gets on my tits. M&S, the supermarket. No, MMS, magical mineral solution, or whatever the hell they want to call it. I wonder why I haven't addressed any MLMs yet. I mean, I could address an MLM, but I'd have to find the right thing. It's all about, I like having something to talk to. I like having someone to talk to, really. That's why I do my videos the way I do them. I could just sit down and talk about something, but I like context. I think context helps make sort of the video make more sense. Any other undesirables you'd like to send to an island? What the fuck? Okay, there's a conversation going on here that I have no idea of.
When you start to believe the government and pharmacies give autism to your kids, you can't trust them. You're easy pickings for grifters. Very
much so. MMS mixed martial shots. Oh my god. I actually do have OCD. No matter what anybody tries to cure autism... fuck me. No matter what anybody tries to cure autism, it would never work because it's neurological. Also, hi. Hello. Yes.
The recent studies that have come out as well, like, because there was always an argument between if it's environmental or genetic, and a lot of them are leaning towards genetic now rather than environmental. So it's not even anything in people's environment that's causing their kids to be autistic. It comes from genes.
Yeah. The thing that really baffles me and blows my mind, etc., is that people can't wrap their heads around the idea that as society progresses, we are better at labelling things what they actually are instead of just, you think back sort of 50 years even, maybe a little bit longer, but the amount of stuff was just, Johnny's got a case of the melancholy, or this guy,
they're just slow.
He's just slow, or he's just an asshole, and they've got neurological conditions. They don't, people don't tend to be an asshole on purpose. A lot of the time they are just kind of an asshole because they have something wrong with them. I'm slow, and I mean, we're all slow.
Otherwise, why would we be here?
If you can't want them to last, can't skimp on a pair of jeans. Yeah. So when people get sort of up in arms by the greater diagnoses of things like autism, and they think it's proof that something is causing it. And it's like, there are so many things that have increased over this time. You know, you especially you who have done fucking 5 hours of research on Facebook, and I use the word research very generously. You know, your connecting of those two things together is fucking ridiculous.
But then again, not every kid has ADHD or PTSD.
Demon Orb, my brain hamster has alcohol poisoning. Thank you very much. Nothing could be poisoned by mayo. That just makes you fat. Not saying anything else. Actually, I think I've lost weight. I bought a t-shirt that didn't fit properly, and it fits a little bit more properly now. Hooray! What is with Sessic and mayo? Oh, you haven't seen all the videos.
I think
Watch the coconut video and you'll figure it out.
I think a lot of people like to label their children something, because then having a diagnosis is a comfort.
Yeah,
knowing what's wrong with whoever or yourself is comforting, because you're like, right, at least I know what it is, and people know about it, and I'm not alone.
Yeah.
And it is very helpful, just having that. So I know a lot of people are quick to diagnose whatever with whatever acronym they want to give them, but at the same time, I do think people they do jump to conclusions, and there's a lot of self-diagnosis because they just look online and go, oh yeah, this is what my kid does, or this is what I do, therefore. Like, I'm notorious for it. Anytime I get ill for more than a week, I start Googling it, and it's the worst thing I can do. And I'm like, oh, I've got cancer. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I've got thyroid disease. Go get my thyroid checked. Oh, look, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, it's common to jump to conclusions, especially Googling is the worst thing you can do.
WebMD.
When you think there's something wrong with you.
WebMD, the cause of and solution to everybody's cancer ever.
I can understand though. You look something up. You think something's there's something wrong with you. You go to the doctor and you get dismissed. And I can understand why people end up going towards more alternative medicine and stuff, because they keep getting dismissed by doctors.
Tim Smith, if I was a harsher dictator, I would just purge you mustard loving bastard. I don't like mustard.
I think the best thing for you to do is, if you keep getting dismissed by doctors, go to a different doctor, or basically give them an ultimatum and say, like, you know, you are a doctor, you're supposed to treat me, there's something wrong with me, and you're not doing enough tests. And make it hard for them to make them pay attention to.
I mean, that can be difficult to do. It depends where you are and what your medical things are.
Yeah, it depends where you are.
But if you have the capability of doing it, you need to just do it. Make a playlist for Terrible Street for Terrible People. Why? I'll make a delete list. There we go.
You should make a playlist and call it The Dumpster.
Dumpster Fire. Just perfect. No mustard and something after this stream. But you're going to stay in the stream for no reason. I don't like mustard. I think it's fucking gross. I've never been a fan of it.
What is your opinion on creationism?
My opinion on creationism is this. That's 6,000 years out. That's about it. I've actually been looking at Kent Hovind recently, because I completely forgot that fucker came out of prison and started making videos again. I saw him. He gets these weird little obsessive videos where he'll just, like, I haven't really watched any of them, but it looks like he takes one video and then debunks it over 5 40-minute long videos, and it's just oof. I've thought about doing a him video. I think that would be quite amusing.
Yeah, I know that a lot of doctors have biases. The amount of times I keep going to the doctors, telling them that I've got SAD and that I need to go on antidepressants during the winter, and they go, oh, let's just see how this other medication works. I went, yeah, but that's for my IAH, that's got nothing to do with depression. And they're like, yeah, let's just see how this one goes first. And I'm like, for God's sake, just listen to me.
I do think we need to switch doctors.
Yeah.
It's just they're so fucking convenient. They're literally steps away from us. It's one of those things. Roger Wilcott, are you talking about Kent Hovind being a compulsive liar? Because never assume someone's a compulsive liar when they could just be a compulsive idiot. I mean, you don't go to prison for being smart. He has been dunked from here to eternity and nothing sinks in. I don't think he listens. I think he just... Am I a globalist? Do you mean, do I believe in the globe earth, or do I think that a global society is a good idea? Yes, I believe in a globe earth. I'm not sure if a global thing is a fantastic idea, but I do think it's somewhat inevitable. So the good money is to put on, let's assume it's going to happen anyway and make the best version of it possible. But not obviously don't do that and make it happen. Just prepare for it. That's what I mean. People need a good doctor recommendation from ALR because she has been to most of them. Who is ALR? Globalism might work at some point in the future. Can't see it working now. I mean, it could very well. Lots of things could work. I mean,
Star Trek will happen.
Yeah, you know, in a limitless resource society, communism could work, but we don't live in that yet. Or what is it? It's not the biggest problems with like world hunger isn't the supply. It's the transportation of food. We have more than enough food to feed everyone on the planet. It's just very, very difficult to get it anywhere.
And keep it fresh, yeah.
Which
is why we end up putting wax on things, because wax is a preserver. And
wax is delicious.
And then people complain. They go, oh, they're adding wax to our food. This is horrible. You get people who complain about the food industry and how that food is preserved and stuff.
Why wouldn't it be preserved? Unless you're cooking it. Unless you're fucking growing it in your back garden, it's got to be preserved.
I can't remember now. Is it most apples come from Israel? So that when, obviously they have to be waxed in order to go overseas. And then people say, oh, they're adding it to... oh, that scared the shit out of me. They're adding it so that it can poison people, and there's all these conspiracies about the food industry and shit. I watch some weird videos, and and it's I love how people, like, they got step 1, and rather than going to step 2, they go to step 30, and it's like, where the fuck are you going?
I just like James Shepherd. Roger Wilco, is that your name or a Space Quest reference? Yes. That's just good response.
Why are you growing apples in Israel? Don't do that. They originate from Israel, I think.
I imagine they're grown all over the shop.
Yeah, they are now, but I'm saying, like, genetically, that's where they originated from.
Aren't black currants banned in North America? I haven't. My brain is trying...
What? Black currant? What? Really?
If it is it because when you open up a black currant, there's actually a little plastic toy inside? Or am I thinking of something else? Israel has good oranges. Step 1, do things. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit. That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, basically.
People complain about genetic modification, but they don't realise it means that yield and preservation of goods would be better. Oh, don't get me fucking started on GMO and people who are against it. It's the stupidest fucking thing, and it drives me up the wall. There's a few things that people who otherwise will agree with basically everything I ever say, but GMO, chiropractors, and probably something else. But yeah, we've got something coming up for chiropractors, and Miles Power has done something great on chiropractors, so that's worth checking out.
We've been working on doing history of alternative stuff for a while.
More factual stuff. This is
and
sort
then
of...
Miles comes out and he just posts a video, and I'm like, he stole my idea, even though I never spoke to him.
Yeah. But yeah, GMO. It's like, GMO is bad. was like, GMO is a fucking tool. That's like saying knives are bad. It's like saying fucking hammers are bad. They're a tool. Yeah, they can be used by companies that are shitty company. Good for, yeah, it is good for food production. And it makes stuff that people, like, oh my God, some of the shit I've seen, people having farmers from countries, you know, a lot less well-off countries that are being given this, the golden rice thing, and they're given it, and it will help kids stop going blind. And it's like a really fucking awesome invention. And they're having these farmers pull it up because they've lied to them, or at least they've not understood anything about anything. Just, like, they're trying to help. And, you know, they are genuinely trying to help, but you just want to throttle these people to fucking death. I like knives. They're all nice and stabby.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do quite like knives. It's one of those things that is like, it's it's not something you want to admit in polite company. You just stood there at a cocktail party and go, I like knives. But knives are cool. That's mostly because I'm a fucking child.
My mother and sister are convinced essential oils and acupuncture work. Nothing I say can change their minds. I was on the IIH group today, and there was like, oh, I used homeopathic remedies and now I'm cured. And I'm like...
No, you didn't.
And I was like, right, I'm not commenting on that. I'll just ignore that and respond to everybody else.
Just put, ha 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 ha, breathes in, ha 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 ha. Or there's the Bender meme. Oh wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder. Yeah, no, you're like, no. And it'll be amazing that if, okay, so she just happened to take it, and it just so happened she had some relief from her condition for a while. As soon as it comes back, blame anything but the homeopathy or the lack of its effectiveness. Yeah, it just, no. Stuff drives me out. Have I ever heard of Frumunda cheese? I have not, but I do like cheese. There's a few that I'm not a big fan of. Like, I don't like Wensleydale.
Oh, Wensleydale's amazing.
And I don't like Red Leicester. I'm not a big fan of blue cheeses.
Are you Red Leicester? You've been eating it.
Red Leicester?
Yeah, there's
no, not Red Leicester. That's not the word I'm looking for. I like Red Leicester. Red Leicester is good. Wensleydale.
You don't like Stilton?
Stilton. That's the... Why did I say Red Leicester? I love Red Leicester. Red Leicester is amazing. Fuck. Oh, I just betrayed Red Leicester.
It's cheese from under my balls.
From under.
That's great. Ow, my head. Oh, just stop laughing.
From under your foreskin. Ah, for fuck's sake. I've not heard that one before. Well done. Grommet. Where's Grommet?
No, American cheese is wrong.
I imagine there's probably some pretty alright American cheeses, but...
I don't know if it's something to do with their dairy system or something, but their chocolate is horrible as well.
I've had Hershey's Kisses. They were interesting. I don't know how you deal with your fucking bread. It's like cake. Yeah. That's the other one. It's like you shouldn't put sugar into bread. You don't need to.
When I was a kid and we went to Florida, and my mum kept sending the bellboy out to get to the British shop, which was like it said it was like 3 miles away or something, just so to get British based foods because we couldn't eat anything.
If you want cheese, go European. I do like brie. And a good brie, what you do with a good brie is you get it and then you leave it out on your side for about 4 hours before you're going to eat it. You want it to warm up and to be basically bubbling by the time you get to it. Then it's fucking delicious. Cold brie is not great. Cooked brie is fantastic.
Turkish cheese has the aftertaste of vomit.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed. We have a small section in most supermarkets now of American stuff. So if there's any... I might go down to our local supermarket and take a photo of the American section. I'm assuming they're imported.
Yeah, they usually are. Yeah.
Rather than just stuff made here. If there's anything there that I really should try and is like the amazing thing, I like trying new sweeties. I wonder why I'm fat.
Like there's a shopping complex that's near us, and they have an American shop in it, and everything's extortedly priced, and they have like Captain Crunch and all sorts, and it's just like really overpriced.
Yeah. I think it's to do with the amount of additives they allow in America. According to Mr. Atheist, even M&M's taste significantly different. Do I like Ligma? Ligma balls. I actually have a song about that. I made up a song for, what's he called, Ninja. Because, I don't know, I kept seeing him about, and I know that there was a Ligma thing with him, and then he got banned. It got banned, not him. Like, loads of places were like, you can't do Ligma anymore, whatever. But it's like, my name is Ninja. I have the Ligma. I have green shit in my hair, and I go flossing everywhere.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. I think I added another chorus, but I've forgotten it because I was drunk. I make up songs when I'm drunk.
If you did not know, UK makes more cheese and bread, both in the amount and types versus France, for the number of years now.
Oh, I do like bread and cheese sandwiches. You had one today. The kids had one today. So, you ever had Piernik, Polish gingerbread? I was waiting for that, like, Piernik, my testicle? Piernik, no. How is that a joke that makes me look like a fool? That's just a word. Ow, you're stabbing me with your little board. My foot went underneath it. See, this is what it's like. I had a little board under my desk, but I didn't use it. And since Mrs. Sick is in pain, I gave it to her so she had something to prop her feet up on. And as I'm sat here, my foot slipped underneath it, and it's got like a pivot. So as she pushes her feet forward, it starts to like guillotine my feet. But it just made me think of the amount of times I've gotten into bed and like booted her in the shins or something. And at first I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. Only to then realise I've got like a foot of space on a probably 7 foot wide bed.
I sleep diagonally, sorry.
Yeah. Like how about don't? Like, I should sleep diagonally.
I start off in a straight line on my side of the bed, and I just slowly start shifting to your side.
See, this is why your back is fucked. Because you just, I don't think, because you look at you're straight in the bed, but your bottom of your body does that. I think that's the problem. And it helps, I think we should, like, get ropes, maybe some sort of pulley system.
You want a sex swing?
A tarp? No, not really. Don't they sound like massive amounts of work?
Well, you got to set them up first.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you either dedicate a room to them.
Just you there reading the instructions, setting up a sex
I don't fucking understand this thing. It doesn't make any sense. Just get very, very angry at instructions. You've got a board under your desk. I always get bored under my desk. There's nothing to do down there. Anything from the UK I have to order from Amazon or specialty shop, except haggis. You can't have lungs in the US. Christ, I haven't had haggis in fucking ages. I should try it again. You know, I liked it when I was very young because I didn't know what it was, and then I found out what it was, and it's a bit gross. And now I'm a grown up. I'll probably have it again. It was fine. A little bit spicy.
No, I'm not having that.
I know you wouldn't have that because you're a child when it comes to food. Mushrooms! It's like, come on.
Mushrooms are fungus.
Yeah, so?
It's disgusting.
Meat is the flesh out of fucking things' bodies.
I prefer chicken over
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, but that's disgusting. Don't eat that.
Chickens are dumb.
And mushrooms are smart by that metric. Mushrooms are too intelligent. Don't fuck with them. I mean, they do have those clusters where they communicate with each other underground. So it's like a really fucking big brain. It's like one organism.
Big brain.
Big brain! I need to grease my chair as well. It keeps creaking. I don't know if that's coming through the mic.
I'll grease your chair.
Mushrooms suck. It has weird texture. Well, you have a friend in Mrs. Sick. Because she's like, I didn't like me.
It's just, when I was younger and I knew I didn't like mushrooms, my sister came up to us and said, oh, do you want some white chocolate? And gave it me. I went, oh, thanks. And then I just put it in my mouth and it was a mushroom. And she started laughing hysterically and I thought it was disgusting. It tastes nasty. The texture is like leather. It's horrible.
Have I ever considered a Cirsic Tries series? Would pay for that. What?
Cirsic Tries.
Anal. Yeah, like, it all depends on what. Like, I don't know.
This week.
I mean, I've never been much for, if you mean sort of in the vloggy sense, you know, people who just sort of put a camera in front of themselves. Although I do like the way someone like iDubbbz does it. He's very good. I really like his box of shit videos. Because he's just got this sarcastic sense of humour that really speaks to me. I'd love to watch the Sick Try Anal with a strap on from Mrs. Sick. Saw that one coming. And so did she.
Does Mrs. Sick like anything outside Haribo's and chicken nuggets? I'm not even a big fan of chicken nuggets.
What about Haribo? I never even heard you talk about Haribo.
I don't really like gummy sweets.
She likes chocolate.
Yeah, I'm a chocolate.
Like in an unhealthy, and not even in a like a fat way. In just a, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's just chocolate.
I need the dopamine.
She just crashed through the wall, slamming the door to the floor and go, chocolate.
I'm converting to fruit.
And then stomp off.
I'm converted to fruit, so you can't say anything now. I had a banana today.
Cirsic tries American sliced cheese, that sort of thing. I mean, if there's an audience for it, I guess I could do something like that. But I can't imagine many people want to see... Like, me smashing cheese against my helmet.
All you'll hear is just vomiting noises.
Oh, so, mushrooms have redeemed you for the hatred of mustard, not unsubbing for now. See what thing you don't do or don't like this. Like, I enjoy a mushroom stroganoff. That's quite nice. As a vegetarian dish. Although beef stroganoff is better, because it's got beef in it. Mrs. Sick's cooking show.
Yeah.
Like Hannon Hart, but with the whistly.
I can cook one dish.
Yeah. And that isn't sausages.
You're never going to let that go, are you?
You nearly killed me.
I made a mistake. Sorry. They look cooked.
Cirsic tries anal. Since when is a trap? Oh, right. Different way to do the same joke as someone else. Well done. Cirsic tries Asian food kind of way. Yes, I'm the type of idiot who looks at people eating food and commenting on it. That Do I have a P.O. box? I don't have a P.O. box, but I have ways and means of receiving mail. If you want to know, If you have something you want to send me, shoot me either an email at socialinequalitycrusader@gmail.com or on Twitter, send me a message. But P.O. boxes are fucking expensive and hardly anybody wants to sell me anything, so I don't see the point. This week, Cirsic tries to look after his water bottle baby. Oh, that thing's already dead. Not even kidding. I don't mind mushrooms. Courgettes are the worst veg. Courgettes are disgusting.
No, they're not. Courgettes are nice.
No, they're not. You're wrong.
They have to be cooked right, but they're nice.
No, cooked right, as in you take you like fry them up, fry, and say, and this is how you serve them. You just dump it in the bin. Tries a corn dog. I've actually always wanted to try a corn dog. They look really unhealthy and probably quite tasty. Have I ever watched Ashen eat old products? I have watched Ashen eat old products. Oh, God. The amount of... you just hear the sound of panic without him saying anything is probably one of my favourite sounds. As you can just hear him moving away from the camera to go throw up. It's fun. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how. I'd have to find a way of doing something like that was in any way, shape, or form unique or interesting. Because, yeah, it's like, it's not really something.
Oh, God.
It's usually me.
2 members of my team bonded over their disgusting pizza toppings, anchovies and pineapple.
And did they combine the two into some fucking freakish monstrosity that leapt off the table, said, "Why was I made?" and then throws itself in the bin? That's what happens when you mix anchovies and pineapple. Jesus fucking Christ. Will a banana fix the sugar-free gummy bear's poop problem? Pass, thanks. Oh, yeah, don't buy sugar-free gummy bears, because that shit is fucking bad, apparently. And people are asking, someone said Yugioh card. Never played it. Never watched the TV series. I'm vaguely aware that the main character is like a ancient Egyptian emperor or some shit like that. And that's about it, with a teenage boy's body for no fucking reason. I'm sure it's explained in the show, but it's for no fucking reason. What?
You know when you explained to me Mountain Tree Man? That's the same feeling I just got when you explained that to me just then.
I thought you'd watched Yugioh.
Oh, Yugioh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched Yugioh.
Yeah. And that's what Yugioh...
Not like religiously. It was only because it's anime and it's on. I'd rather watch Dragon Ball when I was a kid.
Dragon Ball is my shit. I only watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. I've never seen it. A good abridged though. Fucking, if you haven't seen it,
No, it wasn't better than Pokemon. Pokemon was lovely.
Pokemon is the best.
It's wholesome.
Up until episode 50. And then as soon as they changed the theme tune,
Yeah.
I can't fucking watch that show. It is literally unwatchable with the other... I see the new intro and I'm like, oh, I can't watch this trash. And I turn it off. And it carries on directly from what I was just watching and enjoying. Someone's talking about Dragon Ball Z Abridged. No, a really, really, really good abridged series is Sword Art Online Abridged. Like, really good.
I don't think I've watched that one.
You have. You've watched most of it. I'm not sure if you've watched the end of it.
I can't remember.
But it's fucking good and really, really funny.
I don't know. I go through phases and I have to delete things. So at the moment it's serial killers.
Oh, you delete things from your brain bank?
Yeah, so I can replace it with other things, and it's serial killers at the moment.
Yeah. A good way to stop you watching things like that is by getting rid of Netflix. Yeah. Or is that on the other one?
No, the one I'm watching is Mindhunter. That's on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually...
Which is really good.
We are thinking of getting rid of it, or we were gonna.
And
like the day before, you were like, we should definitely get rid of it now. And then you're like, you can't get rid of it. 4 more series of different programs that I've been watching have come back on. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Well, they said they were going to delete a lot of them, and then I was like, oh, right. And then the new series pops up. Well, I have to watch that now.
Goblin Slayer is amazing itself. I don't know what Goblin Slayer is, but it sounds amazing because it's got the word goblin in it. In terms of like streaming services, like we are literally considering getting rid of Netflix. Gonna keep Prime because Prime comes with Amazon Prime now, which is 2-hour delivery, which is just fucking amazing. 2-hour delivery will change your fucking life. You go, oh, we've run out of stuff. We should go to the shop. Or I could buy some stuff and have it delivered directly to the door. Are you okay, baby? She's having a flare-up. She just gave me the give me a second finger. No, it's not a sex thing. Before you say, I know what you people are like. When me and Ryan first got married, I made chicken and dumplings for dinner. He ate like 3 plates full, like an idiot. I thought he really loved them. So every Sunday for 3 years, that's what I made for dinner. Was he just being polite? He finally confessed that he hated chicken and dumplings and was just being nice. Have you guys ever done something like that? Generally, no. Like, we don't make assumptions about each other, but we're both quite open conversationally. There have been things, more sort of fundamental relationship things where, one of us is trying to keep the other one happy by not telling them things when we really should have a chat about it. But, we jumped that hurdle a number of years ago. Like that, we've said that in streams before. The most important fucking thing to do in a relationship is tell the other person how you feel if you're not happy about something, for the love of Christ. And if they don't care that you're not happy about it, fucking dump them. Unless you have like kids with them where it becomes infinitely more complicated. But if the person you're with can't accept that you're not happy about something, they're probably a dickhead. Especially if you think your complaint is reasonable, then you need to fucking, fight. You can talk to other people. Like there's a Reddit called "Am I the Arsehole?" And most people who go on there, if you think you might be the arsehole about something, you probably aren't. Is Cookie my advisor? Cookie is someone who does occasional art. Unless you're talking about actual cookies and not Fallen Choco Cookie, who is a friend of Mrs. Sick, tentatively a friend of mine. I don't talk to her enough to say friend, but I like her. She's a cool person. So SIP collab series, wink wink, nudge nudge. Have you seen weird ass furry fetish art like Vor or Inflation? I've probably seen some pretty weird, like some weird hentai. Like anybody who's a fan of when I was a kid, I was a big fan of the Final Fantasy games, and when I found out about hentai, I immediately went and looked up some of the characters from that I found attractive. And I found a picture of a character called Quistis, and some of you may know the picture I'm talking about, but she's got her legs up by her head. She's got a giant cock and a vagina, and she's fucking herself in the pussy with her whip, and the whip itself is wrapped around her giant cock, and it was just the most fucking what even is this? And and then I finished and I stopped looking. It was very, 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 very weird. It's not the most extreme thing I've ever seen, but it certainly was something I wasn't expecting. My young mind. Normie stuff. I think normie stuff is just like anal. Like people who think anal used to be like a big extreme deal, and now it's just like, yeah, so everybody does that. Who cares? Anime was a mistake. Yeah. You can literally put any word in front of hentai in a Google search, and everything that shows up is an affront to God or human decency. What about nice hentai? Friendly hentai. And here I thought you would go to a pic of Tifa and Red 13. I didn't go to one, but I saw one. And I was just like, why though? Red's so nice. Although it wasn't a few years until... for those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy VII is one of my favourite games ever. And it was the game that told me that video games could be so much more than just beat 'em ups and racing games. So obviously, it's one of my favourite games ever, and it wasn't for many years until I figured out that in an early scene where a scientist is trying to take one of the characters who is of an ancient race, and he talks about creating a life that has her abilities but will also live for a very long time. And he brings up this dog character who can talk, who has a very long lifespan. I was very young when I first played that game. I did not realise what was being hinted at there. But yeah, the idea was this scientist was trying to get this dog to fuck this chick. And it was just like, holy fucking shit. When that realisation dawned on me, I was a little bit mind blown. It's also the game where your character fucking dresses up as a woman to get into a sex club and nearly fucks a pimp. You know, there was a lot to it. There was lots of layers to that game. I was actually terrified to complete that game because I thought the end boss was going to kick my ass. But he didn't. I kicked the fuck out of him. Fuck you, Sephiroth, you big sexy bastard. Yeah, so big fan of that. All market rules. Yeah. That fucking machine gun in that fucking room that fucking shoots you every time you try and go on that computer. That used to terrify me. I was just like, ah! I nearly died. It's like, you don't understand what an RPG is, do you, sick? And because I called myself that then, obviously. Yeah. I actually, when we were in the firehouse, at least on the first few nights, we didn't have any way of sort of keeping ourselves amused. And I was trying to help Mrs. Sick get to sleep, and I usually do that by talking to her. Yes, I'm that boring. No, like just telling her stories or what I'm going to do with my time in the next few days, or bloody blah. And I started talking about
Basically, inane chatter makes me fall asleep. I used to listen to the radio when I was a kid.
Yeah. So the only thing I could think to talk of then was, like, I just went through my first experience of that game, and she said, she just piped up at one point, I really like, I don't want to, it's not bad, it's just that I'm actually really enjoying listening to you talk about this. You're going to have to talk about something else.
Well, it was interesting.
Yeah. So I've considered...
But you talking about experience with the game is interesting to me.
Well, a game that I'm passionate about, at the very least.
Then you start talking about graphics card and stuff, and then I nodded off.
Yeah. So I just went, GTX 970, bang! The dirt is gone. Looking forward to the remake, all 10 parts. I am tentatively looking forward to the remake, but I'm not convinced it's going to be good. I hope it is, but I don't know. I have a strong feeling it's not going to evoke the same emotions as the first game. I don't think they could. But, you know, cautious optimism. Yeah, I want it to be good. I hope it's good, but I have, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not one of these people who's going to be like, oh, they released the very remake and now the original is shit. It's like, no, it still exists. It's fine. Grow up. Where did the dirt go? What dirt?
I'm the dirt.
You're the dirt. You're the derp. That look, though. Looks could kill. Do I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I do. Aura, etc. Although we need to get a hold of
English dub.
We had an English dub. We were just like watching it on a streaming website, which was stupid. We need to just download it, but we keep forgetting. The TV show. I'm not going to read an anime comic. I can't fucking be arsed.
You yawn every 5 seconds when you read something.
What is the weirdest hentai you've seen? I've seen creepy creatures drawn as sexy, like the head was all mouth and the teeth were razor sharp. That sounds pretty fucked. Yeah, I'm quite vanilla when it comes to anything like that. I don't like blood. I don't like shit.
One of them, there was a girl and she was sucking off a guy, and it looked like he was really enjoying it. And then she bit his penis, and in beautiful anime style, he went everywhere. And you went, no, I'm done.
I remember, I can't remember, I think it was in like a WTF hentai moments or something like that. And one that sticks out in my mind is that this really old dude is fucking this chick. And he starts sucking on her tits. And then her tits start, she's like, he's like, oh, I think I got some milk in my mouth, but I didn't think you were pregnant. I imagine that the translation was quite literal. And she says something that I can't remember for the life of me, and she starts melting onto him, and she's like some sort of fucked up monster. Salad fingers hentai, holy fucking shite. Ever betted on a fart and lost? Not specifically. I mean, I've had a fart and been like, that's not a fart, I best go to the toilet. WTF. There are WTF moments for hentai. It was something like that. It's like, what the fuck, hentai? Why? Weirdest fap ever. To your mum. She wasn't happy about it. Yeah, well, we are swiftly running out of time, and these are still an hour, and no, I'm not doing more. Leave them wanting more. That's the best way to end anything. So yeah, I'm going to go quickly check now to see how, if there's been any movement on the video. Unfortunately, because the other one had been up for approximately 24 hours, and for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I had uploaded a video and it got confirmed by manual review, and I think I know exactly why. So I removed the quote-unquote offensive content out of it, and I've re-uploaded it to see if it would be fine. No, they haven't looked at it yet. So that will probably be up fine tomorrow. If not, if it isn't, fuck it. Someone had a go, like, oh, well, because your videos are so important. No, it's just like, if I can get paid, why shouldn't I try to get paid? That was something that really pissed. It's like an attitude that drives me up the fucking wall. As like I mentioned getting paid once. It's oh, you're doing it for the money. It's like, look, motherfucker, if you think that I shouldn't get paid for this, don't watch them. Like, if I don't get paid, you shouldn't get videos. I send you this just because I can and appreciate your channel. Thank you very much, Alan Smith. Yeah, it just drives me up the fucking wall. If you can get paid for doing something, then if there's a way to get paid,
though, you put like 10 to sometimes like 18 hours of your time making a single video.
I mean, usually that's just the fucking script. Like
and then you got to find the thing, and then you got to make jokes to it, and then you got to write your script, and then you got to do all the visual effects and the editing, and nobody realizes how much hard work it goes into making a 10-minute video.
It can, yeah. I mean, I try and aim for about 15 minutes, but it takes a few days to do like a half decent video, and I am trying to improve them. I've spent a lot of money trying to improve them, and that should start bearing fruit. Sort of wintertime-ish. But, like, yeah, just the idea that people shouldn't be paid is just absolutely fucking insane. I so forgot about PTW. Don't tell Fane. He'll tweet mean things about it.
Oh, speaking of winter, people who want jumpers and hoodies for the Sick merch store, let me know which designs you want on them, and I can organise that for you for the winter store.
Actually, in terms of designs on the Sick store, if you like something from a video and want a shirt version of that thing, follow Mrs. Sick on Twitter and tweet it at her.
I'm always up for people giving me ideas for artwork, so that's fine by me.
She does all those sorts of things. So if you, like I said, if you see something and you want it on a shirt, do tell. I said earlier, I need the Sick merch. I wouldn't turn up if my work stopped paying me. Happy to watch for an ad for entertainment. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we've got about a minute left, so I'm going to wrap this up. Buy Sick merch. Yeah.
Not buy me merch.
Buy me merch. Yeah. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with talking about it as well, instead of being a giant moron about it. Because of those fucking people. I learned not swiftly enough, but I've learned to fucking ignore them. Do I have a butt buddy, or Do you have a butt, buddy? Like, I do have an ass.
Hang on, someone gave me a question. What song would scare you the most if you heard Sick singing it in the shower? Nothing. He literally makes up random songs on the spot all the time, and a lot of time they're usually to do with sex, anal, sometimes to do with feet and sex.
Really?
You have done that before, just to freak me out.
Okay.
You like to get reactions out of me, so you make weird songs up about stuff.
Probably.
Nothing at all. Like, him saying the 14 word in the shower might make me question a bit, but that's about it.
Just start killing everybody. Anyway, valiantly was the word you were looking for. Yeah, so, right. We're over time now. I'm going to say good night, dog bless, and may your other dog go with you and the first one. This schedule really doesn't work for me. Can't you start at 10 p.m. again? Oh, object of hate. Just whatever it is you're doing, stop it. This is clearly more important. All right, thanks very much for coming, and we will see you next week, and hopefully within a couple of days for the next video. Bye!
Bye bye.